What is your personal motivations for joining the Board of Commissioners, and what are your expectations of your experience if appointed?
Okay. So, I am a baseball mom from the Ridge, and I have been searching for a place to serve my community. I'm a baseball mom from the Ridge that happens to have 19 years of healthcare information technology consulting experience. So as I, was kind of seeking the different elected offices and what's available and it's filing coming up and all this business, the Board of Commissioners really jumped out at me. And I said, this is a place where I think I can contribute. As someone that has public service in her blood, I have a lot of cops and teachers and clergy in my family, and I found myself in this software consulting role, and that's not giving back to the community the way that I feel I need to. So I have to do it in a extracurricular way. Luckily, my day job is full-time telecommuting, so I have a lot of flexibility in how I spend my hours. So that would never be an issue, even though I do have a full-time job right now. So I really am motivated just by wanting to serve, and by being perhaps a new perspective, since I am newer to this community. But I also know that I represent a demographic that this hospital is looking to attract. I heard that a couple meetings ago. I started attending the meetings. I wanted to learn more about what this commission was really about. And I felt that this was a place that I would absolutely be able to contribute, both because of my own, personal motivations as a local resident and a local mom, but also as a professional that has spent most of my career working in hospitals or with hospitals. So for what I would hope to get from this is I would really hope to be appointed, and then I would hope to file so that I could continue out the rest of the term in order to be effective. Having read the book on what makes an effective board, the stuff that was put out by the Hospital Association, I've watched the training videos, I read the training books. Again, trying to always come prepared to anything I do. I always give 100% to everything that I do. And I really, really want to contribute in this way. It's the best way where I can take my professional expertise and my own little personal bit and just serve this gorgeous community that I'm pretty new to, but I'm so proud to be a part of.
Next question. What is your overall perception of the hospital district? Wait. Can I do that? Yeah. What is your overall perception of the hospital district, and what, if anything, would you do to change any aspect of this perception?
Okay, so I can tell you, as someone that's new, that doesn't really know so much of the history, is that I feel that this is a rural hospital built for an underserved area that is no longer rural nor underserved. And so I'm excited about the affiliation because I feel that that will give us some new branding and a new fresh shot of energy to attract my peers, the new moms with little kids that, are looking for a place to base their care, because most people that I talk to are going to Swedish. And that shouldn't be. We've got this place right here, and we've got the clinic right off Center Boulevard. And so there's no reason that we should all be piling into the car to go to Swedish for our care. That is what I'm most excited about with the affiliation, and the ability to change the perception that this is a rural, underserved Band-Aid for a community that doesn't need that.
Thank you. We have to go through all these for each person. Okay. Number three. What will your unique contribution be, and how will this organization benefit from your participation?
Mm-hmm. So what I do in healthcare software is I specialize in interoperability, which is getting different medical records to talk to each other. And during acquisitions, that's one of the most popular times that happens, right? You'll have two hospitals with completely different systems that talk to one another. So when you have two organizations and you need someone to help kind of translate that discussion, I've been doing that my entire career. So I feel that, having worked in hospitals my whole career, I work in technology as well, would be a unique contribution. And I forgot part B of the question, which I don't even know if I can ask again.
What, if anything, would you do to change any aspect of this perception?
Nope.
Nope. See, I lost mine too. How will this organization benefit from your participation?
Okay. Like I said, I will always come prepared and very eager to join one of the committees, probably whichever one handles technology, whether that's facilities, I would say maybe. And if there's not a good fit, then let's find a good fit, because I want to work.
Next set are, what are some of the most interesting experiences you've had related to boards? Okay. And what have you learned from those experiences?
Okay, so I only have two. The very, very start of my career, when I was a college student, I worked in the administrative offices of a bunch of hotshot doctors at the University of Chicago Department of Medicine. And I was, I helped them work on grants, and I did photocopies, and, just administrative stuff as for work study as an undergrad. And we were terrified of the board, and we were terrified of board meetings, and we were terrified of the MDs that we worked for that had to appear before the board that week, and it was awful. That's the only experience I ever had with boards before I sat in that chair 3-4 months ago. And I saw how different it can be, because what I see in this board is I see a board that works together, that's communicative and respectful, that asks thoughtful questions to keep everyone honest and to keep everyone thinking, and that has a really healthy relationship with the hospital administration. And so these are two vastly different experiences, and I really hope to contribute to this really healthy board that I'm standing for today. There you go. Thank you.
And this was not at all what I thought I would be making the most about tonight. But the way I see it is we're essentially recreating the hospital district with this new affiliation with Overlake. And I've had others agree that this is essentially recreating the hospital district. And I think as we move forward with that concept, what we need is someone who can be part of that new growth. And perhaps someone with objectivity that is not in any way affected by old history. And so to go right to the point, I would like to move that we appoint Jan Carter, and primarily because of her passion, her ability to communicate verbally, and her superb resume. I think she would be a tremendous asset to the district, as would the other candidates. They're all good, but she has unique passion that could come in and revitalize as we transition to a whole new hospital district. That's my nomination, and I move accordingly.
Do I hear a second?
I would second.
Is there any further discussion? Then we will move to a vote. All those in favor of Jen? Is that right? I want to say the name. Jen, okay. All those in favor of appointing Jen into the empty seat left by Joan Young, say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Pardon?
Oppose, me.
Okay.
Nay.
All righty, the ayes have it. So Jen, you are going to be our new commissioner. And I hope you understand that it's a short term, and starting Monday soon, it's time to file. Yeah.